हॅलो. 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 आवाज येतोय? हॅलो. ओके. Okay, is the screen visible? You can see the screen now. हेलो. स्क्रीन दिख रहा है क्या अभी? नहीं दिसत आहे? Okay. So we'll start with the next topic, that is otosclerosis. Okay. Okay, स्क्रीन दिसतोय? आता दिसतोय? दिसतोय का आता स्क्रीन? हॅलो. ओके, दिसतोय सगळ्यांना ना? हॅलो. हॅलो. स्क्रीन विजिबल? स्क्रीन दिसतोय, आवाज येतोय? हॅलो, स्क्रीन इज विजिबल ना? ओके, विल स्टार्ट विथ ओटोस्क्लेरोसिस. अरे कनेक्शन फेल हो रहा है, 2-3 बार ऐसे हुआ. ओके, द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज ओटोस्क्लेरोसिस. It is asked for 5 marks short note. It is a short, okay. Okay. Otosclerosis. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Okay. Uh, Otosclerosis. It is asked for short note. Okay. It is a fixation of stapes to oval window due to deposition of bone in the annual connection. हॅलो, येतोय आवाज आता? आवाज येतोय व्यवस्थित येतोय का? कट नाही होते ना? हेलो, कट हो रहा है। हा, आता येतोय आवाज? स्क्रीन दिसतोय? आता दिसतोय? ओके, दिसतोय का स्क्रीन आता? हॅलो, हॅलो, स्क्रीन दिसतोय का? नाही, नाही दिसत आहे? दि ओके, ओके, नाउ स्टार्ट. अरे, हां. अरे, नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सारखं जातं. कनेक्शन फेल होतं. चालू केलं की ते लगेच हे होतं.
All of you, can everyone hear me? Sound is okay? Okay, okay, madam, we'll continue. Okay. You can see the screen proper. You can see the screen. You can hear also properly without any disturbances. Okay, okay then. Okay, okay. Please mute yourself. All of you, please mute yourself.
Okay, we'll start the lecture now. Otosclerosis, it is asked for a short note, 5 marks question. Okay. Otosclerosis is characterized by fixation of stapes to the oval window, and it is because of deposition of new bone in annular ligament of stapes. Mm, uh, what is stapes? Stapes क्या है? Hello, कौन सा bone? Hello, what is stapes? Okay. Uh, so fixation of stapes to the oval window. That means stapes bone has a foot plate. Okay, it has a foot plate and it lies in the oval window. Oval window lies between the middle ear and inner ear. Oval window is between the middle ear and inner ear. Okay, and the foot plate of stapes lies in the oval window. Okay, it vibrates in the oval window when the sound waves comes to the stapes. Okay, it vibrates in the oval window. And what happens in otosclerosis, and afterwards the sound waves will pass into the inner ear. That is the normal. Okay, when the sound waves comes into the middle ear, the ear ossicles, the ossicular chain that vibrates, and the foot plate of stapes also vibrates in the oval window. Okay, so and the sound and wave will pass to the into the sound wave will pass into the inner ear. Okay, this is normal process. But what happens in otosclerosis, there will be fixation of stapes to the oval window. The foot plate of stapes gets fixed into the oval window, and that is because of deposition of bone in the annular ligament of stapes. When there is deposition of new bone in the annular ligament of stapes, it becomes fixed. The foot plate of stapes, it fixes to the oval window. Okay, and therefore there will be deafness. Got it or not? What is otosclerosis? समजलं का सगळ्यांना? हॅलो, हॅलो juniors. Normally क्या क्या होता है? There are three ossicles, three bones in the middle ear cavity. Okay, three bones, that is malleus incus, and third one is stapes. Okay, there is a oval window. There is a gap between the middle ear and the inner ear. Okay, and in that gap, that means that gap is called as oval window. Okay, and in that gap there is a the stapes bone lies, the foot plate of stapes, it lies in that gap, that means in the oval window, and it vibrates when the sound waves strikes on that bone. Then the foot plate of stapes, it vibrates. Okay, and then sound waves, they will pass into the inner ear. This is normal. But when the stapes becomes fixed, the foot plate of stapes becomes fixed into the oval window, it becomes fixed, then the sound waves will not pass into the inner ear, and patient will have deafness, and that process is called as otosclerosis. That means fixation of stapes to oval window, and because due to deposition of bone in the annular ligament of stapes. Okay, is it okay? Okay, can you see this diagram? Okay, in the first figure, there is this one is stapes. You can see the stapes, no? You can just see the stapes and the oval window. O- Okay, the footplate of stapes that lies in the gap, that is in the oval window. This one is the oval window, okay, and the footplate of stapes lies in the oval window, okay, and it vibrates when the sound waves comes. Then this footplate of stapes vibrates, and the sound waves will pass into the inner ear. This is normal. But when this footplate of stapes, it becomes fixed due to deposition of bone, then that process is called as otosclerosis. Understood? Hello? Any difficulty? ओके, समजलं ना नक्की व्हॉट इज ओटोस्क्लेरोसिस? ओके. Hello? Okay. And because of this otosclerosis, there will be conductive deafness because there is a defect in conduction of sound waves. That's why there will be conductive deafness. Okay, and there the eardrum is normal, and the eustachian tube is also normal. The eustachian tube is patent, and eardrum is also normal, but there will be conductive deafness because of fixation of footplate of stapes. Okay, and this deposition of new bone also, it may also extend to the bony wall of cochlea. That means the bony labyrinth may also get deposition of new bone. That means this otosclerosis may extend into the inner ear also. There may be deposition of new bone in the bony wall of cochlea. Okay, that means in the bony labyrinth also. Now we'll see the etiological factors. Uh, First one is age. This process begins at age of 20 to 30 years of age, and it increases progressively as the age advances. Then next point is sex. It is common in females, and it increases during pregnancy. Maybe because of hormonal changes. It is dominant in females, and the chances of otosclerosis, they are increased in pregnancy. Okay, then next one is hereditary. It is hereditary in 50% of cases. Then racial factors. It is common in white races, while in Negroes, it is very uncommon. The next factor is hormonal factor. Its dominance is in females with tendency to increase during the pregnancy. It suggests that hormonal aberration is likely for this disease, but there is no such hormone why this process is most common in females. No hormone is responsible for this condition has been detected so far. Okay. It may be because of hormonal changes during pregnancy, but no hormone is responsible for this condition has been detected so far. Next theory is metabolic theory. The calcium metabolism disturbances are thought to be responsible for this condition. When there is calcium metabolism disturbances, there may be that may cause deposition of new bone initially, and it will lead to otosclerosis. Next factor is generalized osseous diseases. It includes van der Waals syndrome. This syndrome contains autosclerosis with blue sclera and fragile bones. This syndrome is characterized by blue sclera, fragile bones, and autosclerosis. Okay, these are the etiological factors. First one is age. The process starts at 20 to 30 years of age and it gradually rises as the age advances. Commonly seen in females and it increases during pregnancy as there may be hormonal disturbances in pregnancy, and that's why there may be increased incidences in autosclerosis in pregnancy. Then 50% of cases are hereditary. It is most commonly seen in white peoples, and it is and then black one, that is in it is uncommon in Negroes, and in India it is common in South India mostly. There is one theory that may cause otosclerosis, may be responsible, that is calcium metabolism disturbances. When there is disturbance in calcium metabolism, there will be deposition of new bone at the foot plate of stapes or at the annular ligament of stapes, and that's why there will be otosclerosis. And there is some generalized osseous diseases like van der Waals syndrome. This is generalized osseous disease, and in this syndrome is characterized by blue sclera, fragile bones, and otosclerosis. Okay, you understood the etiological factors. Okay, next next one is pathology. There are two pathologies that are seen in otosclerosis. First one is pathological changes. First one is mature lamellar bone is removed by osteoclast and they are replaced by immature spongy bone of increased thickness, increased vascularity and cellularity, and it affects the middle layer of otic capsule also. So, when there is mature lamellar bone that is removed by osteoclasts, okay, and that is replaced by immature spongy bone of increased thickness and vascularity and cellularity. And second pathological change, that is new bone formation takes place at annular ligament of oval window, which makes the stapes fixed and it leads to conductive deafness. This process then may spread to footplate of stapes and it may also affect the bony capsule of labyrinth, and that results in sensory neural deafness. Okay, these are the two theories how the otosclerosis may happen. Okay, uh, when the mature lamellar bone, the bone mature bone of foot plate of stapes, that is removed by osteoclasts. Osteoclasts remove that mature lamellar bone and it is replaced by immature spongy bone. Okay, this is the first theory. And second one is new bone formation takes place at annular ligament. At the annular ligament of stapes, there will be new bone formation, um, and that makes the stapes to fix at the oval window, and that will lead to conductive deafness. And from this process may spread to the foot plate of stapes. First, there will be deposition of new bone at annular ligament of stapes. Then the foot plate of stapes becomes fixed, and afterwards, as the disease progresses, the deposition may go into the bony capsule of labyrinth. That means bony labyrinth may also get affected, and that will result in sensory neural deafness. When the um, nerves are affected, then when the disease goes into the inner ear, then there will be sensory neural deafness. There are two types of deafness: conductive deafness and sensory neural deafness. Conductive deafness means when there is a defect in conduction, and sensory neural deafness means when the nerves are affected, then patient will have sensory neural deafness, or when there is defect in central connections, then there will be sensory neural deafness. So in otosclerosis, when the disease is up to the foot plate of stapes, when the disease is up to foot plate of stapes, when only the foot plate of stapes is fixed, then there will be conductive deafness. But when the disease progresses, when it goes in the inner ear, when the bony labyrinth is affected, then patient will have sensory neural deafness also. Okay, next one is symptoms. Okay, deafness will be the presenting symptom of the patient. This deafness will progressively increases, and particularly mostly during pregnancy. Okay, and paradoxically, the patient hears better in noisy surroundings. Um, So the and deafness tends to be bilateral. Mostly this condition is bilateral. Okay, and patient will hear better in noisy surroundings. So the first symptom is deafness. Patient will present with deafness. Okay, and it increases progressively as the disease increases, or as the disease progresses, and patient will hear better in noisy surroundings, and this condition is mostly found in during the pregnancy. Okay, and deafness mostly is bilateral. The next symptom is tinnitus. uh, Tinnitus is also frequently present. The next one is giddiness. When there is involvement of bony capsule around the vestibule, there will be giddiness. Hello, why there will be giddiness? गिडीनेस क्यों होता है पेशेंट को? वर्टिगो और गिडीनेस, which organ is responsible for giddiness or vertigo? You don't know which organ is responsible for giddiness or vertigo or imbalance of body. The balance of body is maintained by which organ? Or okay, huh. Vestibule is responsible for that. So the inner ear. Okay. So when there is the bony capsule around the vestibule is involved, then there will be patient will have giddiness or vertigo. Okay. When the disease progresses, it goes into the inner ear. When the bony labyrinth is affected, then there will be giddiness and sensory neural deafness also. And fourth symptom is that is otorrhea and pain. They are absent in otosclerosis. Okay, these are the four symptoms, that is deafness, tinnitus, giddiness, and last one is otorrhea and pain. These two symptoms are absent in otosclerosis. Okay, so for deafness, I will tell you again about the deafness. There will be conductive deafness when the disease is up to the foot plate of stapes. Okay, and as the disease progresses, when it progresses and it affects the inner ear also, when it affects the bony capsule also, then patient will have sensory neural deafness. So in otosclerosis, we can see both the types of deafness, that is conductive as well as sensory neural deafness. Okay, these are the symptoms. Now the signs. The eardrum appears normal. Okay, but in when there is the disease progresses, then there will be a pink patch can be may be present on the promontory, and it may be visible through the drum. A pink patch may be present on the promontory, and it may be visible through the drum when the disease progresses. Okay, otherwise it appears to be normal. The eardrum appears to be normal. The nose, throat, and the eustachian tubes are normal. Okay, then investigations. Which investigations you will have to do? First one is tuning fork test. It will reveal conductive deafness. In cases with cochlear involvement, then you will have, you can find the sensory neural deafness. It may also present, resulting in mixed deafness. So you can see mixed deafness in otosclerosis, that is conductive as well as sensory neural deafness. There is one test, that is Gale's test. In normal person, uh, okay, screen is visible now. You can see the screen now. Okay. Next one is Gale's test. In normal person, increasing the pressure of air in the external auditory canal by using the speculum, it will reduce the hearing by bone conduction, and it is due to medial movement of stapes. In patients having otosclerosis, such phenomenon is absent due to fixation of footplate of stapes. So when the person is normal, when there is no otosclerosis, when you increase the pressure in the external auditory canal by using a speculum, that will reduce the hearing. Okay, that will reduce the hearing by bone conduction, and it is because of medial movement of stapes. This is what happen in normal person, but if the patient is having otosclerosis, then this phenomenon is absent. The next one is next investigation is audiometry. It will confirm the result of tuning fork test. Audiometry is for confirming the conductive, whether the patient is having conductive deafness or whether he is having sensory neural deafness or mixed deafness. Okay, next we'll see the differential diagnosis. Uh, First differential diagnosis is ossicular immobility. So in what happens in ossicular immobility? That means the ossicles becomes fixed. The ossicular chain becomes fixed. That is ossicular immobility. It may be there may be congenital fixation of stapedial foot plate that may gives rise to non-progressive conductive deafness, and that is present since birth. First one is congenital fixation of stapedial plate. Okay, when the person is having uh, congenital defect, that is when there is congenital fixation of foot plate of stapes, or when there is tympanosclerosis. Tympanosclerosis appears as white plaques on the eardrum and and the ossicles due to hyaline deposition. There will be ossicular immobility. The process may fix the ossicles and they will produce conductive hearing loss. Or when there is chronic adhesive otitis media, it is a consequence of serous otitis media or chronic otitis media, and which has been healed with formation of dense fibrous adhesions. The adhesions may be formed in the middle ear, and that they will cause immobility of ossicles, and that will lead to conductive deafness. So in ossicular immobility, uh, there are three conditions. First one is congenital fixation of stapedial foot plate. Okay, it may be from birth. Second one is tympanosclerosis. There will be white plaques that are formed on the eardrum. Okay, and third one is chronic adhesive otitis media. So uh, you have to differentiate between all these conditions with otosclerosis. Second condition is ossicular discontinuity. Ossicular discontinuity may occur because of head injury. There may be the incudostapedial joint may get dislocated, and that's why because of this ossicular discontinuity patient will have conductive deafness. And in another condition in ossicular discontinuity, when there is chronic otitis media, if patient is suffering from chronic otitis media, the long process of incus may get destroyed. Okay, the long process of incus may get destroyed because of cholesteatoma, and this will also cause ossicular discontinuity. Next condition is generalized bone disease. It includes, as we have seen in etiological factors, the van der Waals syndrome. It is characterized by triad of symptoms, that is conductive deafness, blue sclera, and brittle bones. That is otosclerosis, blue sclera, and brittle bones. This is one of the generalized osseous disease. Okay. And another generalized bone disease, that is Paget's disease. In 50% of patients with Paget's disease, they may also develop conductive deafness due to temporal bone pathology. If there are any pathological changes that occur in temporal bone in Paget's disease, and that may cause conductive deafness. Then the next one is middle ear infections. Middle ear infections like chronic otitis media or eustachian catarrh, or chronic secretory otitis media. These condition may also cause conductive deafness. As we have seen in chronic otitis media, there is cholesteatoma that is formed, and that may cause destruction of the ossicles in the middle ear, and that's why there will be conductive deafness. But in chronic otitis media, there are various symptoms like ear discharge or pain or constitutional symptoms. Those symptoms are present. While in otosclerosis, there are no such symptoms like otorrhea or pain, etc. There is only the presenting symptom present, that is deafness and tinnitus, or if the disease progresses, then only there will be giddiness. Okay, so you have to differentiate all these conditions with otosclerosis. So these are the differential diagnosis. Okay. Now the treatment of otosclerosis. Medical treatment, that is medicines, do not help in this condition, as this is the treatment is surgical treatment, that is stapedectomy, and it is performed with Teflon piston grafting. The indication of stapedectomy is otosclerosis, when there is congenital fixation of stapes, or when there is tympanosclerosis. These are the indications of otosclerosis. Once again, I will repeat stapedectomy. The indications of stapedectomy are otosclerosis, congenital fixation of stapes, or tympanosclerosis. Okay. So there is no role of medicines. The surgical treatment, that is stapedectomy. Okay, and it is performed with Teflon piston grafting or any other processes to replace the stapes. So you have to replace the stapes. You have to cut out this stapes, footplate of stapes, and you have to use a Teflon piston graft. This process is done under the local anesthesia. Okay, you can see the diagram now. Okay. Under the local anesthesia, you have to take an incision in external auditory canal about 6 millimeter lateral to the posterior margin of eardrum. Incision is taken on the external auditory canal about 6 millimeter lateral to the posterior margin of eardrum. Then the tympanomeatal flap is reflected forward, exposing the contents of the middle ear. Okay, this one is the tympanomeatal flap. Okay, this is the incision that is taken. This one is the tympanomeatal flap. You have to reflect it forward. The tympanomeatal flap is reflected forward, and the contents of the middle ear, they are exposed. Then you have to dislocate the incudostapedial joint, the joint between the incus and stapes. You have to dislocate that joint, and you have to remove the stapes. Okay. Then the Teflon piston graft is fixed from lenticular process of incus to the oval window. Okay, this is normal. Okay, uh, this is footplate of stapes, and you have to replace with this Teflon piston. This one is the Teflon piston graft. Uh, and this Teflon piston graft is fixed to the lenticular process of incus. This one is the incus, lenticular process of incus. Okay, and the Teflon piston is fixed to that lenticular process of incus. And again, that this tympanomeatal flap is replaced back. This is the process of stapedectomy. Okay, you understood the process, surgical procedure of stapedectomy? Any difficulty? नहीं समझा है? Okay, diagram, you can see the diagram now. Can you see the diagram? Well, hello, hello, बोलो. समझ समझ रहा है कि नहीं समझ रहा है? व्हाट इज स्टेपेडेक्टोमी? No one is answering. Okay, I will repeat once again. Um, Stapedectomy means you have to remove the stapes. Okay, you have to remove the stapes, and a graft, Teflon graft, is fixed to the incus bone. Okay, and it acts like a stapes, footplate of stapes. It vibrates in the oval window. Normally, the footplate of stapes, it vibrates in the oval window, and the sound waves will pass into the inner ear. The same function this Teflon piston will have. That means it will vibrate in the oval window. This is Teflon piston, and it will vibrate into the oval window, and the sound waves will pass into the inner ear. And how this stapedectomy is performed is you have to take an incision. Okay, this one is the incision about 6 millimeter lateral to the posterior margin of eardrum, and the tympanomeatal flap, this one is it is reflected. Okay, and you can see the contents of the middle ear, and then you have to remove this stapes. This is normal. Okay, you have to remove this stapes, and it is this stapes is replaced by this Teflon graft. Okay, and this Teflon graft will vibrate in the oval window, and sound waves will pass into the inner ear. The same function, the stapes, normally this stapes is vibrated into the oval window, and same functioning will this Teflon graft will do. Okay, is it okay now? बोलो. नक्की समजलंय का? इन्सिजन कुठे घ्यायचा किंवा कसं ते लगेच ओपन होणार त्याच्याशी त्याचं नका टेन्शन घेऊ तुम्ही. फक्त कळालंय का हाऊ द फुटप्लेट ऑफ स्टेपिस इज देअर. द फुटप्लेट ऑफ स्टेपिस नॉर्मली इट व्हायब्रेट्स इनटू द ओवल विंडो, and if it is fixed, then that condition is called as otosclerosis. When this footplate of stapes is fixed into the oval window, then that condition is called as otosclerosis, and you have to remove this stapes. Okay, and to replace that you have to use Teflon graft, this one. Is it okay? Okay, if there is any difficulty you can ask me personally. Okay, and the homework is you have to prepare the notes. Okay. Hmm? prepare the notes and okay, जो क्या है कॉम्प्लिकेशंस ऑफ मैस्टॉइड है एमएस mastoiditis and all those notes नाही कोणत्या नोट्स तुम्हाला पाहिजे होत्या कॉम्प्लिकेशन्स ऑफ mastoiditis ओके CSOM complications of CSOM okay those notes I will send you I will post you on the group okay okay now I will end the meeting bye